What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another live stream. Happy to see you all once again for another great content. What's up? How everyone is doing? Peak and Flow, nice to see you. B Pizarro, hello everyone to you as well. For PHP Forever, dude, of course. Roberto 1990 saying hi dude, nice to see you as well. Jordan, how you doing? Mohamed Saeed, man, nice to see you as well. And Camus, how you doing? Packerall, nice to see you as well, dude. Today we're building a new open source package. That's right. Literally a new open source package from scratch. From scratch. So hear me out. Hear me out for a second. My goal is the following. I hope you guys are excited about this because I am. This is my goal. I'm gonna start a new package from scratch. And I think this package is quite needed. It's something that I've been thinking for a while, which is a package that adds my defaults to Laravel. Okay, so hear me out. Basically, every time there is something new, we need to basically come to my starter kit and add, for example, this model automatically eager load relations, right? This is something that I like to have by default, so I need to add this to my starter kit. So my idea is literally, instead of having to add these things manually to every single application of mine, I'm gonna make a package, and I'm gonna call this package Beta Defaults or Nuno Defaults or whatever we come up with. In this package, automatically, if you just require that package, will make all of the cool things by default in your application. Okay, so basically, this is just a short way of instead of having you, going to your own app service provider and add all of the great things we love by default, like prohibit destructive commands, immutable carbon, unguard my models, force HTTPS, kind of, instead of having us doing this all over the place, let's just require a package that not only adds all of this, but also if something new comes up, it will automatically add that for you. What do you think about this, chat? I think this is a great idea. What do you guys think? NL David, thank you so much for the subscription through Prime, 4 months already. Dude, you are absolutely awesome. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you. It's a cool idea, Pick and Flow, right? I agree with you. I think it's an awesome idea. I think it will be time saving as well, Camus. Agree. Phosphor is asking if it will be configurable. Yes, it will be configurable. Basically, you can opt out if you want to. However, I don't think people will opt out eventually. They just basically, they would kind of just opt in everything, but I guess we provide a way of opting out, I guess, through a configuration file, okay? Call it Nuno preset. Yeah, I need a naming idea. So if you guys have a name idea for this package, let me know. Good evening, nice to see you as well, dude. How you doing? Yeah, I'm gonna definitely allow people to configure defaults, but I feel like there is a bunch of settings like this. These are not the only ones, by the way. There is a bunch of settings like this that I constantly do. I'm gonna give you another example of things that I always do. You see this tests past PHP file? There is a bunch of stuff that I always like to reset every single time. For example, I like my test suite to always freeze time. I do not understand why you wouldn't want to freeze the time in your test suite. You know what I mean? So you want to do something like, I'm going to create this model, do a bunch of stuff, and then I want to assert that, a particular date is still that one. And I don't want the microseconds to have an impact. So I want to freeze the time all the time. I want to fake the sleep all the time. Like, why I wouldn't want to fake the sleep, for example? Why do I would like to wait 2 seconds if I'm using the sleep facade, for example? Doesn't make any sense. HTTP, I always want to prevent stray requests, okay? If there is HTTP requests being done through my test suite, I want to know them. I want to know that, So there is a bunch of things that I always do that I feel like we can just incorporate this in the package and just have them everywhere. Now, one question that I have is, if we do this package, do you guys think that potentially we can have some extra helpers, like global helpers or anything, or we keep the library simple? What do you guys think about that? Pick and Flow is saying the following: I'm also excited to learn how to create a package like this. It can be so much time, so much knowledge. Yeah, you will see. It will be easy. It's just creating the GitHub repo, starting from a skeleton, modify the namespaces, and do a couple of things. And finally, you just publish on packages, and that's it. Super simple. So this package won't add past or rector or pint or anything really. It will be just about beta Laravel defaults. That's it. So yeah, if you just arrived, my name is Nuno Maduro, PHP and Laravel developer, streaming every single Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And today we are building together a new package for Laravel. The goal of this package will be quite simple, okay? Will be quite simple. Basically, instead of having you adding these very good defaults on every single application, I'm gonna make a package and call this Nuno Stream Package. And people can require this package and just have these good defaults on their Laravel apps by default without any effort. What do you guys think? Good idea or bad idea, Nuno? Write on the chat. I want to see that. I want to see that. Aerodev, nice to see you. How you doing? Laravel defaults sounds good, or just better defaults. I like the name better defaults for some reason. You know, like Nuno Maduro better defaults. Looks marketing-wise looks cool. You know what I mean? You literally thought about creating a package myself. That's awesome, dude. That's awesome. Timing is perfect. It's a good idea. No good ideas. All right, let's go, chat. Let's go. So, if you don't know, by the way, how to create a package, obviously everything starts from a repo. Okay, you need to literally have a repo on GitHub. And to do that, you basically go to your GitHub account, you click on New Repository, you select the owner. Typically, if I'm creating a small package, I go with my own name, like Nuno Maduro. If I'm doing something that I just know will have like artwork, will have a website, will have a bunch of crap, I just create an organization, you know? So I have projects like Past PHP or, you know, Pack PHP or Larastan or many other packages that I just create an organization for it. But, you know, for simple things like this, I like to go with my own name, okay? What is this? Ooh, can I use this? I kind of don't like to use this because it just stays on the top and I don't like that. So I'm going to just select a node template and the repository name. We need a name, chat. We need a name. What will be the name of my package? So better defaults sounds good, but you know, marketing-wise looks lame. I don't know. What do you guys think? Kickstarter, it wouldn't be bad. I don't know, man. I want to kind of combine a little bit with defaults. Presetify, dude, let's look like a JavaScript package. Presetify, a JavaScript package from 2015. I don't like it. Laraset, not bad. Laraset is not bad. Larasets couldn't be bad. Again, chat, if you just arrived, we are literally building a new library that will make your Laravel application even better, okay? Even better. We'll basically add a bunch of good defaults like, you know, immutable dates, automatically eager load relations, like all of these cool things will just be there by default, all right? So we need a name for this. Lara Sane, Lara Start, Pre-Flight, Lara New, Lara jQuery, dude. Essentials. Ooh, that's not bad. That's not bad, Essentials. Laraís. Oh my god, you guys are hilarious. Start some. Prevel. Lara Init. Oh my god. Nuno Protocol. Nah, that's lame, dude. Lara Quickly. I like the essentials. Laravel essentials. Laravel essentials. Laravel essentials. What do you think about that? Essentials is a good name, don't you think? What is this? 1 second, chat. Okay. Lara said, start this baseline. Careful. Laravel Essentials is a good one, right? Laravel Essentials. That's so good. Lara Crooks. Oh my god. Laravel Essentials, let's go with this. Let's go with Laravel Essentials. I mean, it's not perfect, but it will do the job for now, okay? Okay, chat, Laravel Essentials. Let's make sure that is nothing like that on packages already. You kind of want to make sure of that, alright? Oh my god, there is a bunch of Laravel essentials, including one with more than 1,000 Wait, what? Oh, 1,000 downloads, not GitHub stars. Oh, okay, Laravel essentials is fine then. Okay, never mind. Let's go with Laravel essentials. This is how you type essentials, right? No, of course not. Here we go. Laravel essentials. With the name we do afterwards. Need inspiration? How about fictional broccoli? Laravel broccoli wouldn't be bad. Laravel broccoli. Oh my god. Description we see later. We may change the name, by the way. We may change the name in the future, okay? We could just call this essentials, technically. You know, just essentials. Let's go with Laravel essentials for now, and then we see, okay? Essentials. All right, let's go with this. Public, bam, bam, bam. Create the repo. All right, the first guy giving a star on the repo will receive a shout out, all right? The first one giving a star to the repo will receive a shout out, okay? Let's go to settings and just disable some stuff I don't like wiki, projects, and I think the rest is okay. What else? I want to clone this locally for sure. So let's go here. I want to clone this locally. I kind of want to start with the starter kit. I have my own starter kit, like Laravel, Nuno Maduro, starter kit. No, it's not starter kit. It is package template, I think. Laravel Mojito. That would be a good name. Laravel Mojito. I actually have a package called Laravel Mojito. That's such a great name, by the way, Shad. Like Laravel Mojito. Wait, what? I created this package, I never use it, and it's for... Wait, what? For 100,000? I literally never use this package, and it has this amount of downloads. Are you serious right now? Oh my god, Chad. It's insane. I literally never use this package, and it has 400 GitHub stars and literally this amount of downloads. It's insane. It's insane. By the way, chat, how is the microphone, the music, the voice, everything? Like even the video today, is it looking okay for you all? Lat I need, I don't know, I don't like Lat I need. Lat I need sounds a little bit, I don't know, man. Let's go with essentials. I like essentials. That's an Apple name. I like it, okay? All great, all perfect. All right, so let's select my Nuno Maduro package template. I have a package template, which is this one. Let's use this one. It's a good package template. So I'm gonna copy this. A bunch of you were asking, how do you start a package? Literally, you just type this. Composer create project, Nuno Maduro, Scala PHP, and this will come with Pint, Rector, PHP stand, Pass PHP, all of the cool things, okay? Let's go here and type git clone or git create project. The project will be called Laravel Essentials. Essentials. Here we go, chat. By the way, chat, I literally forgot. And massive props for those who supported this video right here. It's literally going viral, okay? It's literally being, you know, it's the most performant video I have on my channel at the moment. And it's about PHP. Doesn't feel good that literally one of the videos that is going viral right now, 10 hours more than 5K views, and it's about PHP. Feels good. I'm gonna be honest with you, Shad. Feels really good. I'm gonna change the music. For some reason, I really like the country music. Maybe not. Let's go with what? EPUB? Ooh, let's go with this one today. What's your opinion about with relation autoloading? I don't know, man. It is the same one as this one. You're talking about this? We are going to add this by default, by the way. I think it's a great feature. Kalipanga is saying, careful with that naming, essentials. What do you mean exactly? Careful why? The GitHub light screen is burning your eyes. I'm sorry, dude. All right, chat. So what we're doing? Yeah, we're creating the repo. All right, that's done. So I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna jump into it. Does this have any git repo initiated? I don't think it has. It does have. Need to clean this. Wait. Let's clone the repo. Yep, let's clone this. Here we go. So once, by the way, so let's just recap a little bit and organize ourselves a little bit here, okay? So the first thing I did is type composer create project, Nuno Maduro Scala PHP, blah, 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 blah. So this will give you an head start regarding your package, okay? So obviously, if I jump into this, I have multiple things, including composer, you know, pint, past, type coverage, PHP stand, record PHP, var dump, like kind of everything I need for this package. Obviously, there's a bunch of stuff I need to configure, but we're going to do this later, okay? So once I do this, I kind of like to do the first commit. So I'm going to go to my Laravel Essentials. I'm going to copy this little thing, and I'm going to type git clone Laravel Essentials. This will come here. Then I will jump into Laravel Essentials and move the git repo a folder below, and just remove the created folder. There we go. We should be good. And if I type git add, I should have pretty much everything on a staging area, which I do. Okay. Okay, looking good. I can just type git add-p and type now git commit-m, and then just give this a message offshore, skeleton, and that's it. Okay. I'm gonna push this, and hopefully I'm gonna have everything already here under Laravel Essentials. Okay. More than 10 GitHub stars. Thank you, thank you. How do I see the GitHub stars though? Here we go. So the first person giving a star, I think it was GD Dario. Thank you so much, dude. Or this guy right here, which the name is very difficult to pronounce. I apologize about that. But Ashraf. Thank you for the GitHub star. Ben James, I never used that command, but I would love you to teach me that one. I never used that command. Oh, okay. So this guy was the first one. Thank you. All right, chat. Let me just refresh here my iPhone real quick. Here we go. So next step is once we have everything pushed, which should be already. Here we go. We have a CI already configured thanks to GitHub. Let me explain you a little bit the structure of this package. So everything starts all the way top with the .git folder, which contains all of the workflows of my package, including the founding, if people want to help financially. But also I have a folder called docs for any kind of documentation, including the banner of the project. Then I have under source kind of the code where the code will actually live. So here we are going to have an app service provider, which will do kind of the good defaults we want. Then I have a test folder, obviously, and then a bunch of meta files like .editor config or .git attributes or .git ignore for ignore the things we don't want to export for the final user, the changelog, contributing, license, readme, composer.json, which is the equivalent of npm, package.json file, a PHP stand, TypeScript of PHP, PHP unit, which is a jest of JavaScript, and vector PHP, which is something that no other languages has, okay? No other languages, okay? That being said, we are good to go. Let's just move on this stuff. Let's just move. So I'm gonna start with changing a little bit here my composer.json to Laravel Essentials. We need a nice description. Please, ChatGPT, give me a hand on this one. Come on, come on. A skeleton? No. Just better defaults for your Laravel projects. Here we go. PHP, Laravel package, Essentials, Laravel Essentials, MIT, my name, PHP 8.4. Should we go? I'm going to be honest with you, Chad. I want to know your opinion. Typically, when I create a package, I look to my own projects, and because all of them are using PHP 8.4, I just go here and say, this project is for PHP 8.4. What do you personally think? Do you think we should go for PHP 8.3 or PHP 8.4? Write on the chat. I want to know. I want to know. What's up, Dukaten? Nice to see you. The essential way to begin your Laravel application. Thank you. That's a good one. Thank you. I think I like better this one, though. Just better defaults for your Laravel projects. It's kind of a good one. I'm going to keep this one if you don't mind. PHP 8.4. Thank you, Shad. I appreciate your help. So we have Pint, Past, blah, 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 PHP Stand. This is outdated, though. We are using PHP Stand 2.0 already, Shad. Vector PHP, of course, which is also outdated. There is a version 2 already, right? Let me type composer update and see this. Here we go. We are literally outdated on both PHP Stand and Rector on this package. I'm going to teach you something, Chad. Do you want to see how I'm going to bump all these numbers automatically using Composer? Watch this. You just type Composer bump, and automatically, bam, it just bumps every single dependency I have here to the latest minor version, which is beautiful. You know what I mean? Let's go all the way down. Let's type here Laravel Essentials as a package name. Let's go here and copy this. Dude, I will never not know how to pronounce this. Wait, is Essentials or Essentials? I'm so confused about this. Jesus Christ. It's with a T. Why I would write this with a C? Interesting. Here we go, chat. Laravel Essentials, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. What else do we need? Stable, prefer stable, configuration beautiful, Rector, yes, kind of everything. Do we have a test suite passing and happy with me? Let's see. It's with a T, right? Yeah, Composer Bump is a beautiful one. I agree with you. Sweet. Pick and Flow is saying that his production server chat is PHP 8.3. Should we make this package compatible with PHP 8.3 just because of Pick and Flow? Pick and Flow has been here since day one on my streams, chat. Since day one on my streams. So, I don't know. I think we should make this also for Pick and Flow and make this package PHP 8.3. What do you think, Shad? All right, for Peak and Flow, there we go, Shad. I like this. You guys are good friends. I love it. PHP 8.3 because of Peak and Flow, and everyone is welcome to the project. Here we go, Shad. All right, test suite happy. Nice. Test suite happy. We can move forward. Let's go to the Laravel documentation to see something. Let's type here Laravel packages because I think the Laravel documentation is actually very good. Just instruct you how can you build literally something for Laravel. So let's go here and start with package discovery. This is a very important one because typically when you build something for Laravel, everything starts from a service provider. So you need to instruct in your composer.json where your service provider lives. So I'm going to just copy this, or I'm going to copy this chat, and I'm going to move myself into the composer.json to my extra section, which I don't have, so I can just put at the end, let's just type this, extra Laravel providers. This will be Nuno Maduro, Laravel Essentials, service provider, and no aliases whatsoever. Okay, chat? So we can go right here and just write our service provider, our beautiful service provider. Okay? Now, chat, I want to speak with you about my defaults when I'm building a class. And I want to stop the music so I can make a nice video for my YouTube channel. Please, for God's sake, do not type hi YouTube or whatever, okay? Let's make it something really professional here. You know what I mean? What does extra? Well, extra is precisely for this kind of things. Basically, it's Laravel itself that goes to every single package in your vendor and checks if there is any instructions for Laravel itself, you know? High professional. Here we go, Shad. Oh, I love that all of you said PHP 8.3. That's so cool, man. You're welcome to PS. You're welcome. All right, Shad. We are writing. Let me just put this like this and go again. We are literally writing a PHP file. And I want to show you how exactly I build a PHP file from all the way top to the bottom. Okay? So starting all the way top, obviously, we start with the PHP open tag. That's an easy peasy one, right? But then we go with the first declaration you should always type, which is declare strict types equals 1, which is being complained about this. Wait, what? Wait, what? Oh? Why this is complaining? Wait. Huh? Do I have a PHP version I need to set? Dude! I thought it would, for some reason, pick this from the composer.json file. Jesus Christ. What the heck? What the heck, PHP Storm? Not in sync for sure. PHP Storm, unbelievable. Unbelievable. By the way, chat, PHP Storm is awesome. Best editor in the world for PHP development. So if you like, if you want to know a very good editor, that's the one, okay? That's the one. And they're also sponsoring this stream. They're pretty much awesome, okay? Okay, let's go again. Every PHP file starts with the PHP script tag on top. But obviously, then we go to the first declaration, which I always write, which is declare strict types. This is basically PHP on steroids, okay? It's basically a way of instructing PHP to be strict about types. So if a function receives a string and you try to provide an integer, PHP won't anymore convert that integer to a string. Thanks to this, we'll basically just blow up, okay? Strict types on the top of my file. Then I have my namespace, which typically is the organization the package belongs to. And then we have, the package name, which in this case, it's called Laravel Essentials. Okay? Then we go all the way down. I will have potentially a bunch of imports. On this case, I will actually have this service provider import. And I'm going to start typing my class. Now, when I'm building an open source package, I like to be clear about the classes that are open for the outside and the classes that are not open for the outside. So what I typically do is that I like to have this tag called internal, especially when doing open source. So if anyone requires this package, it will never use this class because this internal tag will just tell the user, do not use this class. It's for the internal purposes only. Okay? And then I go here, I jump to the next file. And typically what I do is I type final read only and then the class name. Okay? Now, a bunch of stuff to talk about here. A bunch of stuff to talk about. First of all is, why do I like to make a class final? For no reason whatsoever. I like to make them final so people do not extend them, and I kind of want to be consistent in all my classes. So for that reason, I use the final keyword. Okay? So for two reasons really. I don't want people to extend my classes. And I don't want to have like half of my classes final, the other half non-final. I kind of like to have everything consistent. I don't like questions when people are contributing. So let's just make everything final, period, bam, boom. Okay? And then I jump to this read-only modifier. Typically the read-only modifier instructs PHP that every single property here shouldn't be modified. Okay? It's almost like immutability, but is what we have. Okay, so every single property within this class cannot be modified. Okay. Finally, my class name, which for now is service provider. Now, because we are building not a generic service provider, but in fact a Laravel Essentials service provider, I'm going to effectively just call this Laravel Essentials service provider, rename my class here so I can just do that, and equally go to my composer.json and adjust my extra section right here. Okay, so Laravel Essentials service provider, I can now include this on top and extend the base service provider. Now, typically, what do I expect here is that I cannot make this read-only because the base service provider is not read-only. Okay, so for that reason, once I start using this, PHP will complain, so I need to remove this read-only. Okay, what else I want to do? I want to include the Illuminate support package, which is something that, every Laravel package has to include. Do I want to make this like just Laravel framework? Yeah, let's just include the entire framework. I don't see a reason why I wouldn't do this. Let's do require Laravel framework. There is no, just Laravel framework. So let's do that. Composer require Laravel framework. This will be under dev, which is wrong. I kind of want to do this under the production dependencies. Here we go. Here we go, chat. So that would go to right there, which is a good thing. Let's put the music on. And then, what else do I need to do? This is being included. I cannot use the read-only keyword, hopefully. Here we go, starts to complain about that. Read-only class cannot extend a non-read-only class. I need to remove this. Bam, 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 and we are ready to go. We need to discuss the Laravel version, though. We need to discuss the Laravel version. Pick and Flow, what Laravel version are you using? Chat, what Laravel version are you using at the moment? We need to decide. We need to make a decision. By the way, chat, if you just arrived, today we are building a package from scratch. My goal is that instead of going to every single project I have, add my nice and beautiful defaults, instead of doing that, I'm literally building a package from scratch so we don't have to do that every single time. And people can just include Nuno Maduro Laravel Essentials and we are good to go. Okay, this is the repo in case you want to see in the future, potentially be announced tomorrow already if we finish this today. Okay, so I see that a bunch of people are using Laravel 11. Some people are using Laravel 10. Okay, let's go with Laravel 11 then. So let's type here Laravel 11. I will have to think like, because some features are not actually available for Laravel 11, so I'll have to think a little bit about this, okay? Okay, chat. Here we go. Laravel 11 and Laravel 12. Jim Khan is saying, yeah, bro, I know I'm as well here from the very first streaming, don't mind. What are you talking about? Maybe 11? Yeah, I think it will be a good one. Why this is a package and not a template? Exactly, because I want to include this package on all my projects and I want to kind of have all these updates every single time. You know what I mean? I'm definitely not supporting Laravel 8. That's too much in the past. I think most of you are using Laravel 11 or 12, so we can probably go with Laravel 11. Why you don't think it's a good idea to support Laravel? Oh, support Laravel 10? Yeah, I don't think that's a good idea. I agree. Comma error. Oh, thank you, thank you. Let's remove that one. Okay, this should be good. So this is good as well. Let's go now with, you know, our boot method. So if I go to the boot returns void, of course. If I go to my package template or to my vest.kids, here we go. I have this on my boot method. I kind of want to make this possibly a little bit more cleaner. So I'm going to create the folder. Yeah, I'm going to create the folder here with the name configurables. In this configurables, we'll have pretty much a file for every single configuration. Yeah, let's call this, let's start with the first one. The first one will be, let's start with this one, dates, okay? Ooh, the music is so good right now. Loving Laravel, me too, dude. Laravel just changed my life. Honestly, I've been thinking like about something like Laracas, for example, and how much impactful they have been in my life. Basically, I have started my career thanks to Laracas, and now they are equally sponsoring my channel, like just basically supporting my dream of also becoming a YouTuber. Laracas is just, you know, they are just my best support in the fucking planet. And I barely know Jeffrey Way, like literally, which is insane. Yeah, chat, basically if you want to know about PHP, that's the place. Jimmy Ken, I missed your video. Apologize. Can you put on the chat again? Sorry, man. So the first configurable will be dates, basically. So let's go here and have this immutable dates as a configurable, okay? .php. Remember water and 10K steps. Dude, I went to the gym today, man. I worked my bicep. My bicep is horrible, okay? My bicep is horrible, but I'm working on it. I work on my bicep, and I made muscle on my back. Oops, what am I doing? Here we go. So someone on the chat send me a video. I'm gonna open it here. Hopefully it's not anything bad. Here we go.
In today's video, we are going to learn about the automatic eager loading, which is currently introduced.
Ooh, someone from the chat literally made a video about eager loading. Let's support him and give him a subscription, chat. Here we go. Give him a subscription and put a like on his video. We need to support each other a bunch, okay? It's pretty cool to see people literally building videos about Laravel and Laravel's new features. Thank you for this, dude. How do I spend my time on Laracas? I remember like back in the days, I remember just being on my train, on my way to my job, and because the train was basically 1 hour, I remember just following the series on Laracas. I pretty much learned PHP, Laravel, everything I know from there, basically. You go to swim instead of gym. That's important. Like literally, you can go to the gym. You can go to the swimming. You can walk. The most important is that you get outside and you do your steps. That's it. Oh, you're welcome, dude. You're welcome. Yeah, Laracas is the GOAT, dude. Literally the GOAT. Okay, what are we doing? Yeah, so we're going to have a bunch of configurables, like immutable dates, unguarded diff models, and everything. So I think I'm going to just create this immutable dates, and we do the same thing. We start with declare strict types on top. The namespace will now be Laravel Essentials configurables. For some reason, this is complaining. Oh, configurables is a bad word? No, it's not. It's a good one. We need a contract for every single configurable. So I think I'm going to create a folder with the name contracts, real quick and easy. This contracts will have a configurable interface. Beautiful chat. So interface is kind of like a class. I'm going to go all the way top. Still have declare strict types, namespace, contracts. Internal as well. Interface configurable. I'm going to have basically a method which tells me if the configurable is enabled or not. So this will be enabled with a boolean. Either the feature or the configurable is enabled or not. And then another method with the name configure to effectively run the code. Okay. This will be very hard to test, by the way. Run the configurable. There we go. By the way, chat, do you work from home, by the way? I want to know. Do you actually work from home or do you work in the office? Write on the chat if you work from home or office. Ooh, apologize. Thank you for the typo. Thank you, thank you. I'm so bad with English. Jesus Christ. So, home. Oh my God. Almost everyone from home. Insane. So one cool thing about working from the office is that you actually put your steps in place regardless, because you have to literally commute to the job. When you are working from home, it's very easy to stay at home all the time. Okay, it's very easy to just order food or just stay at home all the time and do nothing with your body, which is horrible. So always make sure you go to the gym or go for a walk or go for a run or play with your kids. Just do something, okay? Just do something. And drink water every day, okay? I see a lot of people also taking this hybrid approach, which honestly sounds good. Today I'm working on a new package which will basically enable some defaults in Laravel that I really like, things like immutable dates and everything. So here I was basically creating a trait or an interface, and now I'm gonna just go to this immutable dates and use this, okay? So let's type here final read-only class configurable dates. This will implement a configurable contract. I'm gonna just have a function with the name enabled. We'll return a boolean. Here we go. And to decide if this is enabled, you guys were asking for a configuration. So maybe we go this with this thing right like this. Config Laravel Essentials. This is immutable dates, by the way. Yep, this is incorrect. Immutable dates, enable true by default, okay? Then to run the configurable, I'm gonna just basically make immutable dates by default. So I'm gonna go to my example here and just copy this. Here we go. So date will be the one from Carbon, if I'm not mistaken. Here we go. Yes, and this will be Carbon immutable, so dates do not change over time, okay? What is your salaries, guys? You need to be careful when you speak about salaries, because sometimes, like, if you have a company, your salary will be huge, but then you have a bunch of taxes, you know? So maybe we do a live stream just about salaries to make you understand that if you work for somebody else, basically as a regular employee in your country, your boss is paying a bunch of taxes for you, basically, okay? But if you have a company in your name, for example, and you are basically doing freelancing work, you will be the one paying taxes. So, you know, when you discuss salaries, you need to kind of take in consideration this stuff. Also, like, if you are in countries like in Europe, for example, let me just change the music. Jesus Christ. 1 second, chat. Let's put some lo-fi hip-hop again. Here we go. Okay, here we go. So, about the salary situation, so like if you are working in Europe, for example, people don't really know about this, but like 50% of your salary it's for taxes, you know. So you get like healthcare with that, you get, you know, retirement for that as well. You get like, you know, very good social security. And if you are in other country in the world, you may not get all of that through taxes. You need to pay for yourself, for example. So there is always these variables when you're speaking about salaries, okay? Also, like a very important topic when discussing salaries is where are you living effectively, okay? Because if you have a huge salary, but then you live in Newark, it doesn't make any difference, you know? Because if you live in Newark, you are paying like 6K for an apartment, and you're paying a bunch of money for everything, and your money goes away like very quickly. But if you live, for example, in Portugal, which is my case at the moment, I have a very cheap apartment. I go for food every single day out. I don't care, you know, because everything is cheap, basically. The salary is always discussed in gross, yeah. So pre-taxes, basically. But that's the thing. Typically, when people talk about salary, especially people who do not own a company, they work for someone, they not discuss like the real gross salary, because a bunch of taxes are paid by the boss in their sides, you know. Hey, by the way, Shad, I bought Peaches. Is literally already maintaining a little bit the OpenAI PHP, and he will making some releases, okay? Yeah, but about salaries, Chad, that's something you need to keep in mind. You cannot compare your salary directly with someone else without having variables like where do you live, how exactly is the taxes situation of that person. And that's the thing, when you compare American salaries with European salaries, the difference in taxes is just massive, okay? In Europe, you are taxed massively. In US, you are not taxed massively, but you have to pay your healthcare for yourself, you know? You kind of have to pay for everything. Yeah, don't get me started on taxes because, you know, I will puke. Because I'm in Portugal, I pay so many taxes, dude. This is just insane. Anyways, carbon immutable. If it's enabled, we are going to enable it. Easy peasy. This will work. So I'm going to go to my Laravel Essential Service Provider and just have here a private array with a bunch of configurables. Thank you, ChatGPT. You're awesome. And one of those configurables is immutable dates. Easy peasy. Will be an array class. I'm going to use the PHP stand new thing, which is a list of class strings of configurables. Beautiful. Okay. And then I'm going to go here. I'm going to collect every configurable. I'm going to filter by the ones who are enabled. Or I'm going to basically first instantiate them, I think. Yep. I'm going to instantiate them. Do I want to do it this way? No, I think I want to use just Laravel like this. Here we go. I'm going to instantiate them, check if they are enabled. And if they are enabled, I'm going to just call them, okay? Easy peasy, Laravel collections for the win. By the way, chat, if you are always running things like for each loops and touching on keys and just doing stuff like that. Always consider Laravel collections because they are way cleaner to write your code. As you can see here, this is very beautiful. It really just works, okay? What Ronaldo pay as taxes? He's probably tax optimized. Like once you reached the level of Cristiano Ronaldo, he probably have a lot of people gave him good advices on taxes. Deep Vision is saying, in Germany, if you pay someone 5,000 taxes pre-tax, the company also pays additional 25 on top of the, yeah, it's the same in Portugal. The company, if the company is paying like, let's say $1,000, for example, the real money the company will have to pay will be, 1,600, for example. So it's typically the double actually, so. Oh, plus Ronaldo is probably tax optimized in Dubai or Saudi, yeah. That is also the vacation situation. Yeah, for example, if you live in America, you have literally 9.8 days of vacations. If you live in France, for example, you have, I think, it's 28 days vacations. If you have a problem, for example, you are going to just be at home and still be paid. So Ronaldo or Messi? Ronaldo, dude. Oh my God, chat. Yesterday I missed. So I wanted to do this kind of work with me stream because I'm embarrassed. Like, I'm stupid. I could just do it. I want to do this live stream where I'm basically on this layer. Let me show you. I'm basically on this layer just working on Laravel Cloud or Laravel or whatever, and I can still just interact with you a little bit from time to time. But for some reason I didn't do it yesterday. I should have done it. It would be so cool. A stream about salaries would go nuts. Yeah, it's difficult. It's something difficult to discuss because people don't want to be open about them, and it's definitely difficult for sure. I don't use for formatting my blade. I don't think. What am I using at the moment? I think it's Prettier. Yeah. Okay, this is looking good, Chad. We have a couple of things to do now. Do we have a happy test suite to begin with? How do I even test this? It will be so tough to test this, I think. Oh, actually, there's a way to test this. Let's create here a folder with the name configurables. And let's create here immutable dates .php. Let's delete this. PHP on top. It marks dates as immutable. So if I create a new date with a now helper, I expect the date to be immutable. Oh, there is literally this method? I didn't know. Let's run this to see how it goes. I kind of want to make this the suffix test though. There we go, chat. The map is missing parentheses, really? Oh, you're right. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Okay, so marks dates as immutable. Asserting that true is false. Yeah, I do need to start the boot the service provider. Let's do this. I was hoping not to have to use the Meyer package, but let's see how it goes. Okay, does this work? Almost. Emily Dev, thank you, man. Tier 1 for 4 months in the row, dude. You are awesome. Emily Dev is saying, hi, everybody. Thank you for your support, dude. How you doing, by the way? Are you doing okay? Having a happy day? It's Friday, man. Tomorrow is Saturday. You think my approach is professional and serious? Parkol, how you doing? Nice to see you, man. Okay, target class config does not exist. Yeah. Oh my god, we may have to use Myers package. I was trying to avoid that, like literally. Do I have to use that? I may have to. How's it called, Myers package for Laravel testing? That will take forever now. Or maybe not. How is it called? I literally forgot the name. If anyone knows, Meyer is package for test bench, right? I think test bench Laravel. Yes, that's the one. We need this. Okay, this will basically boot a Laravel instance, so we can work with this. So I was trying to avoid this, but I think we have to use this. Otherwise, we don't have a Laravel instance to work with. So every time you want to do a package for Laravel, you kind of have to use this, at least if you want to test them. DevTool installation? I don't want this, do I? No. What is this? Okay. Okay, so I need the base test case. Interesting. Do I really need all of this? Oh my god. Yeah, I kind of have to. Jesus Christ. Let's just do it. Yeah, I'm building basically a Laravel package that will be my Laravel essentials. I kind of want to, you know, just require a package and have my nice defaults just available for everyone. So that's what I'm doing at the moment. Easy peasy, you know? Yeah, it would be cool if this just works like this. Let's see. Oof, I need the past file now. So this will be past use test case class, and that's it, right? Yeah. Here we go. Okay, so just to explain you, I don't want to dive too much on this, but every single time you are building a Laravel package, you kind of need a Laravel application, a real one, to test if this is even working. And for that, typically use this package from Meyer, which is a Laravel employee. Call it test bench. And what this will do is kind of boot an application for you. So you don't have to do one and just for testing things, okay? And yeah, basically we just instruct this, what is the service provider of my package, which is this one. And finally, I can typically not have to do this, which is an interesting thing. Yep, it's working now. That was easy. Hey Thals, nice to see you. Oh, thank you. You just asked what is his library. Hopefully now was clear. Yeah, plus if you want to work on Europe, the company who is giving you a job position needs to be in your country. Otherwise, you kind of need to set up either your own company, or you need to basically work for a company that serves as a temporary, as a connection between your target company, basically. Peak and Flow, how many times did you wrote already what I'm building today for people? Thank you, dude. You're awesome. Because people are just arriving, you don't understand what we are doing. Immutable dates, you mean? Sounds stupid. Why would you say that? Let me know. Immutable dates are awesome, man. I'm based in Portugal. Nuno today is in super chill mode. Yeah, I'm a little bit tired from work, man. You know, I've been working so hard, yeah. Yesterday I worked until 3 a.m., man. Like Chico knows. Chico, by the way, this guy, Chico 2K, is also a Laravel employee. He joined the Laravel team recently. And yesterday I worked until 3 a.m. I wake up today at 8:30, super sleepy, to get something ready before Friday, because I wanted to get that ready today, basically. Oh, the EU rule? Apologize, man. Yeah, gotcha. What is my stack? I made a video about my stack. I'm going to send it to you. By the way, chat, this is by far one of the most performing videos on my channel already. Modern PHP in 2025. If you haven't checked this video yet, go check this video, because it's literally one of my favorite videos yet on my channel, and it's about to be viral, and it's about PHP. Having a viral video about PHP, love it. I didn't have to go through AI or through chaos to have a viral video. Feels so good. About my stack, you have this video which literally explain what is the stack I use at the moment. My favorite stack at the moment, I can just give you a small easy peasy sneaky, is React, Laravel, Tailwind CSS, Redis, PastPHP, PHP, and Postgres. Postgres has been awesome recently, okay? SQLite, to be honest, but then I jumped to Postgres. Okay, Rector is complaining about something. Let's run Rector with --try run to see. Oh, he wants to add the void return type to my past PHP file. That's okay. You can do whatever you want, Rector PHP. Go ahead. Potentially I'm gonna, so what I can do if you want regarding pack PHP, Larastan, Rector, and lint and everything, I can potentially, if you guys think is a good idea, I can have extra commands where you just type something like PHP artisan essentials, pint or whatever, and this will publish the pint configuration file. What do you think about this, chat? What do you think about providing artisan command that just publish your pint configuration file? Do you think it's a good idea? It wouldn't be yours, it would be my default basically. We could do that if you guys think it is a good idea. Having commands like that could be a good idea, chat. What do you think? So this particular test, if I comment this, I expect that test to fail, which does fail. If I uncomment, now we'll just provide it and pass. Nice. And this is false, for example. This will fail again. If it's true, we'll be good again. Here we go. How we are regarding PHP Stan? Are we happy, PHP Stan? Are you happy with me, PHP Stan? PHP Stan is never unhappy. Ooh, it is unhappy. Enable should return Boolean, but returns mixed. Ooh, and we learned something. We have learned something, chat, on previous streams, which is, if you want to make Laravel is config helper super happy, what you can do is the following. You just type config Boolean, here we go. You provide the key, like that, and you just provide the default value. And now, hopefully, PHP Stan will be happy with this. You guys want to see? Bam, bam, boom, and we got a green message right there. This is a good one. Basically, you are instructing PHP Stan that the return type from this configuration will always be a Boolean. I love it. It's an opinionated package. Pick-and-Flow is saying it's a great idea for the Pint configuration file. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Concepts on its way to see the video. Thank you, thank you. This is a good one. This is a nice tip. I like it. Okay, I think we are good. We should be as well with 100% coverage. Let's see. Yes, we are. 100% coverage. Here we go, Shad. All the way top. Right there. 100%. Easy peasy. I don't think that data underscore get has that feature. I do think also that data underscore get is kind of not outdated, but deprecated. It's like a separate package. I don't even know. Anyway, all right, let's just implement them all now. We have this one, configurable commands, immutable dates. That's done. Let's now do this one. Configure. Prohibit destructive commands .php. Now I just have to copy paste every single time, basically. There we go. Thank you, thank you. ChatGPT doing its job. Ooh. I have no way to test this. Can I even test this? How do I test this? DB facade, and this will equally be just something like this. There we go. So we forbid destructive commands in production. Oh, I can use this. Nice. Okay. So let's go here, write another test with this name. There we go. How dare you prevent me from migrate fresh seed in production? Dude, I'm just saving your ass, dude. Oh man, I mean, you know, just scares the shit out of me. Just allowing people to run PHP Artisan migrate fresh, for example, by mistake. It's just crazy. Dude, as a general rule, never have access to the production database, or never give access to the production database, you know? Because it's not like people would intentionally just go to the production database. It's because if your team gets used to go there, imagine that by mistake you have these two windows open, one production, another one staging, for example, and you by mistake actually do actions on production that you wouldn't do. So that's a huge problem, you know? So I think this prohibit destructive commands comes a little bit on that, okay? So this doesn't prevent from pushing directly to master, no. It should though, but it doesn't. So the way I will test this is, I think I'm gonna make some magic here. I'm gonna do the following. Do not tell this anyone. So is prohibit, yes. So I'm gonna call, for example, the fresh command. They have a protected method, right? Let's see. Yeah, this is the one. I'm gonna access this static property, which is protected. So I can do that a little bit magical. I'm gonna use this PHP trick. Do not tell this anyone, okay? Static. This should work. Okay, this is like some magic that you didn't saw on this live stream, okay? So this is like a very PHP thing to access the internals of the class, because this thing is protected, so I cannot access directly. The way I'm doing this is pretending that I'm executing this code within the class. But, you know, just ignore this a little bit, please, for God's sake. This should work. Oops, it's not working. Okay, is forbidden is literally false, meaning that... Oh, I know why, because we forgot to include the pre-bit destructive commands. How about now? Ooh, almost. This is enabled by default. Oh, because we are not in production? Okay. So I guess I need to pretend that I'm in production right now. Okay. This will be so tricky to test. Jesus Christ. Do I want to test this even? I know what you mean, Luis. I know what you mean. I think I'm going to keep it simple and just for production for now, if you don't mind. Okay? Just for production. Yeah, so the best way, by the way, of not making mistakes in production is do not have access to production. Like, literally. I understand that a few people in the company need to have access to production. But if you can limit that scope as much as possible, you are just, you know, avoiding problems. So Andy is sending me this command, detect production, which might work. Let me see. Can I use it here? Thank you! That's a nice one. Thank you, thank you. So I'm just streaking, basically. That's a good one. Just basically streaking a little bit Laravel that I'm running on production on my test suite. Interesting. That's a nice one. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Andy. Appreciate that. Okay, pre-bit destructive commands is done as well. Let's go now to my models. Let's do this one's a little bit more faster. Automatically load relations.test php. Ooh, .php. So this is a recent addition to Laravel. There we go. Chat, I'm going to just add all of this and I'm going to count on you to add the tests, okay? If you guys don't mind. So I'm going to just add them all, and you guys will be the ones actually making tests for this, okay? So we move a little bit faster today, if you guys don't mind. Go. Should be strict as well. Should we enable this thing as well for... Some people say that we should do this only for local environments and testing, but not for production. What do you think, personally? I personally would like to have this enabled all the time, even on production, to be honest. What do you think, personally? It's a new library, Claudio. It's a new library. Basically, my defaults on Laravel. What do you guys think? Should we enable, should be strict always or only in production? Everywhere, right? Let's just do it everywhere. Fuck it. Exactly, it will be a nice one. Yeah, I typically just enable this all the time, not only in locally or in testing, just all the time. Should be strict equally prevents lazy loading. Here we go. Which typically, lazy loading, by the way, shouldn't be a problem anymore because of this. So they don't conflict, basically. So what I think is that the lazy loading issue will never happen because of this, basically, because this will automatically just load all relations. This is not my starter kit. I'm literally just building a package at the moment. For schemas. There we go, chat. Bam, bam, bam. Chat, I'm gonna just push this, and if any of you wants to work already on the test suite, that would be awesome. So just to recap, we have tests already for 2 things, but it's missing tests for some of the configurables, okay? So if you guys can add tests on this will be awesome. I'm gonna push this. I'm gonna remove the coverage for now. I'm gonna go here and remove the coverage. Just running this in parallel. This should just go, I think. Let me see. Yep. It's already configured based. So if you go to for schema, for example, it'll only be enabled if we allow to, you know. I'm gonna also call this essentials only. I don't think we need to call this like Laravel essentials. Let's just call this essentials. On the configuration at least. I'm 2 seconds away of calling this package essentials. Just essentials. What do you think personally? Laravel essentials or essentials? I kind of think that essentials is a little bit more minimalist and better. What do you think? Just essentials, right? I think it's a little bit better than Laravel essentials. Simple is better? Okay. So let's go with that. Just essentials. Nuno Maduro essentials, okay? I'm gonna adjust now some of the namespacing real quick. Yeah, 1,000 times better. That was a good idea, chat. Dude, I literally, this is so hilarious. During a company meeting, I literally just said, okay, chat, what do you think, blah, blah, blah. Like during a company meeting to James Brooks. Oh my God, and now they are making fun of me on Slack. Every single time they say something like, you know, good evening or whatever. They always say like something like good evening chat or all right, see you next week in chat, blah blah blah. They're always making fun of me now. It's insane. Oh my God. I literally said I was with James Brooks and Oliver on Tuple, and I said something like all right chat, hear me out, blah blah blah. It was so hilarious, man. You get used to it, you know, because you are always saying blah 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 chat, and you get used to it, you know. It's just muscle memory. Plus, I'm always repeating the same things. I don't know if you guys have this thing. I have this thing, which is I'm always repeating the same words constantly. If I learn something, I spend 1 year saying that thing all the time. especially when I'm within my group of friends, my very close friends. We trash talk each other a bunch. You know, it's just a massive, you know, just hilarious. And I'm repeating the same stuff all the time, the same jokes all the time. Okay, are we happy now with the refactor? Almost. It says that Laravel essential service provider does not exist, which is this one. This can become essentials as well. This can be refactored to essentials. 1,000 times more simpler as well. I like it much better, much better. Okay, let's run composer dump. Run past. That was close. My test case still is a hold reference. Here we go. And this goes over there. Almost. Oh, the interface. We forgot about that. Yes, I know. PHP Storm could probably have done this refactor for me, but anyways. Who pushed to master again, Chad? Blair is saying repeating the same joke doesn't get boring at some point. Dude, it gets boring if you are a normal guy, but I'm not normal, you know, I just have a problem, basically. Well, honestly, I have multiple problems, but that's one of them. I think, like, repeating filler words, if you are not a native, it's normal. Like, stuff like, you know, it's expected. People just do that all the time. They just repeat themselves. That's normal. I'm more talking about just repeating the same jokes all the time, for example. Oh yeah, to be a dev, you have to have a problem anyways, right? Developer, like for real, to stay all day just looking at a screen all day, you need to have a problem a little bit already. Name is Cappuccino Mochiato from PHP Storm. Okay, is the video okay for everyone? People on YouTube are having some lag. How about you? Can everyone hear me correctly? Is all good? Oh my god, the Twitch chat is not responding. It was lagging, now it's okay. Back again? Okay. Apparently on YouTube, on Twitch, people were lagging as well, so it might be a general problem, you know? People are back, which is okay now. Okay, chat. We are not far away from ending this, by the way. At least some of the early start of this. It's okay. Perfect. So happy it's Friday. Tomorrow I'm going to see my brother on the hospital. He's actually going through some issues on his back. So I'm going to visit him. And hopefully, you know, just bring him some stuff like books and everything. It'll be fun. Ooh, PHP Stan is happy. What else do I need? Just need to just run the entire test suite again. Just by the way, Chad, I told you on my recent video, but I always have this composer script section where composer test runs the entire test suite. This is very popular. Okay, obviously, we are missing tests on some of these things. You guys are going to contribute with some of those tests, as you guys can see, with the coverage flag, but this should do the job for now. So I'm gonna push this. It's not everything already, but it is enough. Let's type here git add-p, and let's type feat initial rules. There we go. Okay, Chad. If you want to add some tasks to the missing pieces, you can just do it, okay? Ooh, here we go. I'm going to rename the repo as well to essentials. There we go. Thank you. Here we go. There we go. 30 stars already. Thank you, thank you. Let's make the repo a little bit more pretty. Let's go here and just copy this description. Put it here, remove this crap. We don't need this. We don't have a website. Well, I have my own website. My sponsorship website. There we go. And let's put this on the website. Topics, we don't care. Test suite is failing. Why is that? On Windows? Who cares? Who cares anyways? Oh my god, Windows is so annoying. Who cares about Windows anyways? Goodbye Windows and macOS. Ooh, I do need to test this against PHP 8.4 and against Laravel 11. So I want to make sure I do that. So Laravel 11 and 12. Thank you, thank you. So I'm going to test PHP 8.3 against Laravel 11 and 12. Dependency will be preferred lowest and stable. I'm going to just test against, lowest and stable. This will be version of Laravel. Here as well. Bam, bam, bam. Checkout will be v3 for now. This is looking good. I do need to require Laravel though. Can I do it here? Yes. With update though. Okay, chat. This should be enough. So I'm gonna type git commit CI and test against different versions of Laravel. By the way, chat, if you just arrived, my name is Nuno Maduro, PHP and Laravel developer, and love what I do, streaming every single Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on Twitch and YouTube. If you enjoy my work, please give me a follow, a like, a subscription, all those cool things. But most importantly, give me a follow on YouTube. Is it possible to get discounts for JetBrains? I'm gonna see what I can. Okay, I'm gonna speak with them to see if they can do something for me. What this package does, it's basically sets the defaults on Laravel that I really like. Example for schemas, immutable dates, unguarded models, should be strict and everything. Kind of the cool things I like when I'm starting with Laravel. Okay. I'm curious about the terms I see on GitHub, like short, feet, and everything. I have a YouTube video just about that topic. So you go to my YouTube channel, you search for commit messages, if I'm not mistaken, and you have a full video about that topic, about shore, about feet, about all about that, okay? The eager loading will fail Laravel 11. Well, if it's very likely, and if it does, we are going to see that on the CI. So I'm going to click on Essentials. Exactly, it's already failing on Laravel 11. So most likely because what you are saying, by the way. Test bench is locked on. Oh, I need to provide with update with dependencies. 1 second, chat. There we go. Update with dependencies. This will basically, if I require Laravel 11, will basically require the necessary dependencies for Laravel 11 as well. So I'm gonna just adjust CI fix final. There we go. I don't know if JetBrains does discounts. I believe that they do discounts during Black Friday, but if they don't, I'm going to speak with them regardless to see if they can give me a 10% discount or a 20% discount. Let's see. Yeah, PHP Storm is a blast of a product, and I know you guys told me that there is a product called Data Grip, I think, which I'm not using yet. There is tools on PHP Storm that I don't know, but you told me that they are actually pretty cool, so Just by the way, JetBrains actually allows you to use PHP Storm for free under certain scenarios. For example, if you are a student, you can use JetBrains PHP Storm for free. If you are an open source contributor, you can use PHP Storm for free. If you are a content creator, for example, you can use PHP Storm for free during the creation of the content, of course. So I'm using a Laravel license at the moment, I think, but in theory, I could apply for the open source license if I wanted to. That would be for free as well. Okay, is my CI happy? Almost. Still failing on Laravel 11. Oh my god, this is annoying. Okay, Shad, I'm gonna let you guys fix this for me, okay? Basically, the CI is failing at the moment, but you guys are awesome and you are going to fix this for me. I just know that. I just know that, okay? So a bunch of configurables. Do we have all of them already? Let's see. We don't have the aggressive prefetching on vid. Let's add that one. So aggressive prefetching.php. Let's just copy this one, for example. Aggressive prefetching enabled. Here we go. Use aggressive prefetching. Love this one as well. It's a very nice default as well to have in your projects. But data creep is a PHP Storm official thing, or it's an external plugin? I didn't got that one. I'm using SQL8 at the moment, so I don't even know. Feet adds aggressive prefetching. Here we go. This is done, and done. So should have like 6. Yes. In theory, there's so much more we can do. But I'm gonna keep it simple for now, I think. And just do this. Let's do a tweet about this. Let's just write the README to see, you know, just to write what we are doing at the moment. Do I need an image? Possibly. Should I upload an image? Yes, let's do an image real quick. So app service providers. In theory, I could do, yeah, I won't do an image for now. I'm going to just write the README. I'm going to remove this entire section. All right, this package provides better defaults for your Laravel applications. Dot, and this will be under bold. Including unguarded, strict. What else do we have on models? Automatically eager, load relationships and more. What else do we have? Okay, requires PHP 8.3 and Laravel 11 at least. Okay. Get started. Get started by requiring the package using Composer. So this will be Composer require Nuno Maduro essentials. We don't have a configuration file yet, so I'm going to keep it stupidly simple. Like literally nothing at all at the moment. And that's it. Laravel essentials. Essentials provides better defaults for your Laravel applications, including blah blah blah. Essentials created for. Hey Diabel, nice to see you. Yeah, I use Workbench. I was trying to avoid Workbench today, but apparently I just have to use it, so I can literally just use Laravel testing, okay? It's fine. It's a very good package if you are, you know, testing your Laravel packages. So the README is done, I think, at least for now. That's the job. We need a banner, though. Okay, this should be enough. I want to kind of finish the live stream with a tweet, basically. Essentials. Okay, this should do the job for now. I'm going to keep it like this. Okay, statues. Adjust README. Here we go. Okay, the README should be way better now. So Numadur Essentials. Essentials provides better defaults for a lot of applications, including unguarded, strict, automatic, legal loading relationships, and more. Dates immutable, strict, and more. Commands, prohibit document production, and more. PHP 8.3, Laravel 11. Get started by requiring the package through Composer, blah, blah, blah. And this is available, blah, blah, blah. I think you need to fill an array with configurables. Oh, you're right, dude. Because I don't have tests, so basically I wasn't able to see that. That's a good one. Thank you. Let's order them, actually. So we can have the aggressive prefetching on top. Automatically eager load the relationships. Force schemas. Immutable dates. Laravel 0, that would be a good one. Prohibit destructive commands. Should be strict. By the way, chat, do you have any idea of other configurables that you think should be part of this package? Let me know. Okay. Let me put here that this is a work in progress and do not add this to existing applications. This package modifies the default behavior of Laravel. Is recommended to use it on new projects or when you are comfortable with the changes it introduces. Yeah, this should be enough. This package is a work in progress and it modifies the default behavior of Laravel. Yep. Here we go. Here we go. Fernandes 21 is saying, what's up, Nuno? On the industry software in Portugal, how it is. I'm about to finish my degree on Denmark, and I have a job already here in Denmark. I would like to come back to Portugal in the future. In my opinion, there is no better country to live in Europe than Portugal itself. The weather is fantastic, the food is fantastic. If you are not living in Lisbon, for example, the conditions are fantastic as well. The only problem is that if you live in Lisbon, you'll end up paying the same thing you pay in Denmark. But if you live outside Lisbon, everything is just perfect. Answer in Portuguese? Nah. This is an English stream, dude. Okay, chat. Let me know if you think you see other opportunities for other defaults on this package. I think I'm gonna keep this simple for now. Okay. So let's publish this on packages. So I'm gonna go here. By the way, once you finish your package, technically you are ready to publish this on packages. So you can require this in another Laravel project. So what I'm gonna do, just copy the link all the way top and go to packages. Then I type submit. I need to log in with GitHub. Do I want to do that on stream? Yeah, I think it's fine. 1 second, chat. Okay, and then you just copy the link of the package, you check. Typically, there is no other package like Nuno Maduro Essentials, so I should be able to submit this. Here we go, and I am. And that's it. It's submitted, and you can require it through Composer now. So technically, if I just go to here, for example, and I create a folder with the name Playground, let's type, for example, Laravel new Playground, okay? So if I do this, I should be able to just require, you know, my package on this new Laravel project. There is no language restrictions. It's basically, you know, I started to stream in English because there is basically a better audience for me if I just speak English, so. Yeah, I know I can. Typically everyone requires a package through packages, not through a GitHub URL, so. They don't win much. If you live in Portugal and you work for Portugal, you won't have a good salary. So what I would advise you is being in Portugal and freelancing to other countries. That's just the best position to be. Okay, so I just started a new Laravel project, so I should be able to type something like Composer required Nuno Maduro Essentials. I haven't tagged the package, so potentially this will, yeah, conflict with stability because I need to make either tag my package or require the unstable version, which technically this is still unstable. So I think I'm going to tell people to just allow minimum stability to be dev. So technically there is a flag I can use for this, which should be around here. Stability. I cannot find it though. I think it's stability dev, like stability. Like this. No. Okay. Let me Google this. Composer stability. Oh, it's minimum stability? I don't even know. Just add the end under /dev. Should I use that? Let me see. Like this? Nope, doesn't work. Like this? Ooh, nice one. Thank you. It worked. All right, Chad. So in theory, if I go to PHP Artisan Tinker, for example, and I type dd now, I should be an immutable carbon instance. There we go. You see, Chad, this is so cool. So I just started a new Laravel project. I required my package, and I'm instantly leveraging this nice and better defaults. What do you think? I think this is massive, dude. This is just massive. I like this. I think this is a great idea. So technically, I should be able to come here and do, let me think, what else I have done? Immutable dates, for schema, of course, aggressive prefetching, unguarded. I should be able to just update users easy peasy without having the fillable crap. Yeah, I like this. Much, much better. So DD now gives an immutable date, just proving that my package is actually working as expected. And if I go, for example, here and I put a DD, I expect not even being able to type PHP artisan list, because this will... Ooh. Oh, my package is on vendor. Never mind. Yeah. So technically, I see everything here on vendor. Yeah. Makes sense. So if I go here, I see essentials. And obviously, if I just, type DD anywhere, I will see this DD here on the console. Easy peasy, essential service provider. So it is indeed working as expected in doing exactly what I want. It's a great job, team. I think we did a good job here. There is so much space to improve. I feel like this package will grow massively. There is a couple of things we can do. So a few things I want to do is type a command to publish my pint configuration file, a command to provide me with potentially Reactor, for example, but with some very good and nice defaults that I always use on my Laravel projects. And I think this list of configurables will increase massively. And I also think something I would love to have is I would love that my past PHP will automatically do things like this. If I go to my vast kit, here we go. I have here under my tests folder this very nice defaults. Every time I'm running, here we go. Every time I'm running my test suite, I would love my test suite, for example, to always fake sleep or always freeze time. I will never understand why you wouldn't want to freeze time during your test suite, or prevent stray HTTP requests. I don't want my test suite to do HTTP requests, for example. So I want to also this be by default on my package. Yeah, Pint Interactive would just be stubs, correct. Mazonek is saying, no, I have a question about this. Could another service provider override the one in the package? Yeah, if you write your own service providers, they will override this. Okay. So I'm going to just update the README because to include the package now will be a little bit different. It will be like this, at least for now. Here we go. So this package is a work in progress. Yep. Don't use it yet. Okay, kind of making it clear. Let me just add here another examples of this. Force HTTP as schemas. Aggressive prefetching on VIT and more. I'm gonna have here a roadmap. So this will be done. Roadmap. What do I want to do? Beta defaults before each test case, like freeze time, prevent HTTP requests, etc. What else? Hey Hadi, welcome to the live stream. Better pint configuration by default. General cleanup of the skeleton as well, etc. Okay, let's just push this for now and finalize this with a tweet. Oh shit, I don't want to push the playground. There you go. Come on, playground. What am I doing even? Jesus Christ. Here we go. Okay. Chat, this will have to do it for now. I think it's a great start. Hopefully you guys will contribute as well. My idea is that, you know, we keep working on making those defaults a reality on this package. I also want a logo here, potentially. And, you know, just keep improving this. I'm going to move this done section and roadmap to the bottom, like this. There we go. Ooh, what am I doing? Okay, chat. The final piece of the puzzle will be tweet about this. Remember, you guys need to be public about your work. Every time you build something, either that be an article or a package or a video or a tip on Twitter, just always be public about that. And a mistake I typically see is when you are public about something, be sure to cross-post those situations. So I'm going to give you an example. Some of you may not believe on this, but every time I publish something, goes to Twitter, LinkedIn, TikTok, Instagram, Pinkery, Threads, Twitch, Quick, and what else? Mastodon, Blue Sky, and I think that's it. But as you can see, it's kind of important to cross-post because you would be surprised to see that, you know, that people can still follow you out there. Oh my God, I published the playground. Jesus Christ. Sorry, chat. That was my bad. Here we go. It's gone. The fuck? You should create a tool that automatically cross-posts. Yeah, potentially I could. The problem about cross-posting is that every single social media, like literally content or publishing content is a science. And, you know, if you're publishing something on Twitter, you need to do it like in a very particular way. Otherwise, Twitter's timeline won't be happy with you. Like if you just publish a tweet with a link, without image, for example, Twitter will not actually send that to people anymore. It used to be like that, but not anymore. However, other social medias like LinkedIn or Mastodon or you know, Threads, for example, they don't care about links. So every single social media, it's kind of different in terms of how the content is displayed and how do you want to display that content. So I kind of do it by hand at the moment. Works a little bit better for me at the moment. Okay. Chat, just to recap a little bit, would be cool to have better documentation, a better logo here on the README. What else? More defaults in place. You guys can base yourselves on my starter kits. What else? You have the test suite fixed and covered to 100%. And yeah, this is a great opportunity if any of you wants to start with open source. Sometimes you guys ask me, how do I start with open source? Well, this is a great example. You can literally just contribute to this project right here. What I'm going to send it to you again on the chat. And you can contribute to this and potentially, maintaining this in the future, okay? Unguarded is risky, but yeah, it's risky. I don't know if I should make this by default. Not that I'm talking about that. Yeah, because you think that people are going to use this unguarded a little bit blindly. What do you guys think about the unguarded? May have an option. Yeah, that's the problem. Like, if I just ship the unguarded crap, people... Yeah, let's just remove the unguarded for now. Because people will install the unguarded blindly. I'm going to just make it false by default, basically, for now, okay? I'm going to make it false by default, okay? On the configuration, people can enable. None of the other options, actually, security-wise, it's a problem. But the unguarded, actually, it is a little bit. Because people may use this a little bit blindly. Okay, I made the unguarded, like, just disable for now. So I'm gonna call this security fix. Remove unguarded by default. Here we go. Okay. All right, this is done. Let's craft a tweet now. Let's go here to my Twitter. Let's go to... How do I craft a tweet? Here we go. All right, that's it. Time for essentials. A new open source package that adds my defaults to Laravel. It's a work in progress. And my chat and I will be working on it in the next few days. Let me know, what do you think? I'll just pass this on ChatGPT real quick. Correct grammar, keep an informal tone. Stream chat and I will be working on it over the next few days. Let me know what you think. Okay, the last piece of the puzzle is literally an image here. So I'm gonna do this. Ooh, the including is kind of lame right there. I can do this. Immutable dates and more. Here we go. Okay, so now I just use this right there. Sassy Muffins saying, took inspiration from your conference talk, by the way. I finally got around installing PHP Stan. Pack is also great. Helped me pick some embarrassing typos on my major application. That's awesome, dude. Congratulations. Milanov is saying, Nuno Maduro live streams a Twitter post lol. That's right. For a lot of PHP. Here we go, chat. It's a work in progress. Let's make this very big and clear. Okay, that's it. Send you the link. If you guys want to support my work, you can retweet this. Here we go. Yeah, I don't think Unguarded is for everyone, indeed. I think Unguarded will be kind of dangerous if people just include this package blindly. But hopefully now, you know, because Unguarded, I have disabled it, people can include this and just leverage immutable dates, streak models, relations, and everything. I think it'll be fun. Yeah, so basically Twitter don't like links if you don't provide an image. If you have an image, it's actually okay. For example, this tweet right here actually, well, most of my videos tweets, because I have an image, they actually rank very well. But if I tweet just the link, that will suck hardcore. But just if it is just a link with an image, it's fine. Why they do that? They basically want to keep you on the platform. So if you think a little bit, not a lot of people talk about this. They always blame Twitter. But for example, on Instagram, you cannot have a link. On TikTok is illegal to have links, like literally. On TikTok, if you publish a video and on the description is a link, or during a live stream, you just share a link, that goes against the community rules. So you cannot even do that. What is my current IDE terminal? Let me show you. So this is currently my setup. I'm using JetBrains Mono, Nerd Font Mono, okay? Size 23, 1.2 offline width. Color scheme, Cappuccino Mochiato, as usual. One second, chat. Sorry. I don't. Twitter doesn't pay anything really. So if you you don't make money out of Twitter, basically. Well, to be fair, you don't make money out of being a content creator, really. Sponsorships is the only thing that actually pays good money. That's it. But you know, views or even like subscriptions, because they are so taxed by Twitch, but also from the Portuguese government. To just give you an example, if I make like $100 on subscriptions on Twitch, for example, half of it goes to Twitch, so then that is 50. Then from those 50, that goes to Portugal, which you cut on half as well. So only 25 bucks from 100 that actually goes to my bank account is insane. People don't know about this, but like literally, if you make $100 on Twitch subscriptions, you only see 25 bucks at the end. This is insane, like insane. Yeah, from 100, you only see 25 bucks. It's indeed insane. YouTube is a little bit better. I think they keep 30% only. So 70% is for you, but then goes to Portugal. Half of it goes to the government. You just see half of it as well. So in Portugal, from $100 on YouTube, you see at the end probably like 40 or 35. It's impossible to live out of subscriptions or from, you know, from views or whatever. It's literally impossible to do any money. On Twitter doesn't pay anything. Like I have like a huge following on Twitter, and I receive like, I think it's 40, I don't know, 30 bucks a month. So, yeah. But yeah, ads and views, it's literally nothing. What is the Mona Lisa font? Do I have that? I don't have Mona Lisa font. Is that a paid font or an open source one? I don't have that. Gleb is saying, but it 400 errors still in fixing it can take a lot of time. Nuno's video has 0 errors. You can have, if you're talking about PHP stand, you can use the baseline, for example. Mona Lisa is paid. Oh, interesting. Renato is saying that state should let people alone and stop stealing money. Yeah, I mean, the purpose about, like, in general, taxes are for... People don't think about this, but like in general, taxes are for obviously social security, making sure that you are taken care of if there is a problem, but also like it's also for taking care of other people. Like not everyone is lucky enough to go to a profession like me, which is laptops and computers, which is a very successful, you know, job position. And sometimes people don't get to study and they have like, you know, bad jobs or not jobs at all. So we need to take care of them as well. So it works a little bit like that in Europe, at least. What is baseline? In PHP Stand, you can use the baseline feature to kind of do not fix existing problems. So you just fix new ones. Search for PHP Stand baseline. And you will see that. I typically don't like ligatures on my fonts. I feel like ligatures, well, I have them enabled here, but I don't feel JetBrains Mono adds a lot of ligatures. So probably that's why. I don't know what is premium users, Roberto. Can you elaborate a little bit? You're welcome, Gleb. Oh, YouTube Premium? You mean like people who have YouTube Premium and then they don't see ads in your videos? Gotcha. Okay, chat, let's recap a little bit what we have done today. I think it was a very successful stream. So what we have done is a new package called the Laravel Essentials. We started this package by literally going to my skeleton, starting a new project from scratch. We finished it out. We published on packages. We adjusted the README. We had an image, and we make a tweet out of this, okay? This is a very important thing, not only in packages, but every time you learn something new, just be public about that, okay? So if you learn a new technology and you got surprised, write a few lines on Twitter about that, or on LinkedIn, okay? Put yourself out there, and potentially that will bring you a new job position or something a little bit better, okay? Sven made the pull request, which adds the necessary extensions to make the build pass for Windows, and apparently also fixed the test suite entirely, which is pretty cool. Sven, thank you so much for this. Is the test suite happy with this? I'm going to run the test suite to see how it goes, okay? So by default, the GitHub workflow is disabled, requires me to actually enable it intentionally for this pull request, so I just did that, and I'm going to wait a little bit to see how it goes. It's 12 GitHub jobs currently running. Let's do Laravel for Python. Why would I do that? Like, PHP is just the best. By the way, Shad, I have an idea about making a stream where we literally classify the best languages out there. So we just grab all of the programming languages in the world and we just say which one is the GOAT, which one is good, which one is bad, which one is like crap. What do you think about that content for a live stream? Would be a good one or a bad one? What do you think? By the way, Sven, this pull request is literally failing, so I'm going to just comment this. Can you fix the CI? Seems to be failing. Appreciate the pull request, but apparently it's still a little bit failing. On Ubuntu, prefer the lowest, probably because of the, yeah, we don't have this. Ooh. This is actually an error on my code. So not even a problem on the CI. Anyways, I'm gonna let Sven fix that. PHP is the GOAT, of course. Oh yeah, that would be awesome. I think it would be cool as a live stream, like literally just classify, you know, just the languages. I've seen some videos out there about that, like the best programming languages. You can say people like classifying which is the GOAT, which one is the, you know, the S tier. I think it'll be fun. It will make some reactions. That's what we want, dude. That's all we want. All right, Shad. Thank you so much for coming today, by the way. I think it was a very fun live stream. I had a bunch of fun. And yeah, we'll be back Monday. I will try to get a video tomorrow, by the way, because during this week, I actually just published 3 videos. I wanted to publish literally 5, 1 per weekday. So, you know, I'm going to try to publish a video tomorrow to kind of compensate a little bit about that, all right? Yeah, PHP is just so alive right now. Feels so good, man. I feel like I'm so happy that I never left this language. Honestly, just changed my life, and it keeps changing every single day. It's insane. Laravel is the GOAT. I think it's Laravel, PHP, it's everyone, literally, you know? It's everyone, man. Just everything in the PHP ecosystem is just good vibes all over the place. Not crap, not people competing, you know? This is just my feeling. Oh, Sindri94, thank you so much for tier 1, man. I really appreciate your support. Thank you, thank you. If you just arrived, by the way, my name is Nuno, and today we have built a package for Laravel, which adds my essentials to Laravel. I think, you know, was a great content. Live will be published on my YouTube channel. So just go there, subscribe my YouTube channel, and you can have access to all my live streams over there. Okay, Shad. I think I'm gonna end the live stream, and I catch you all next Monday, okay? I'm gonna raid João Patricio, which is currently talking about AI coding. Catch you all next Monday. Peace out.